What's going on, everyone? My name is Gantherfax, and today we're going to talk about the Black Ops 4 beta a little bit more, and I'll probably ramble on a while about a bunch of random stuff as well. I know one of the big issues for a lot of people is the nerf of some of the movement in the game, which has been very noticeable for me as I played the second weekend of the beta, because during the first weekend you could slide and jump around the map like crazy. I mean, now it feels a little bit too slow to me. I understand they wanted to balance it out so you weren't flying around the map like you were sliding on a slip and slide or something, but I also feel like they nerfed it a little bit too much, because with a long time to kill, a lot of times it's hard to win in those 2-on-1 gunfights. But you know, during the first weekend of the beta, sometimes I won in the 2 and 3-on gunfights because I utilized the sliding and jumping mechanics in the game to slide around and get good shots on people and escape when I needed to so I wouldn't die. You know, now I just don't even feel like I can do that. And I'm not saying that the game's not any fun, because I'm still having a great time with it. It's still a lot of fun to play, but I just feel like they nerfed it a little bit too much. I know they did balance out some of the weapons and things like that, and I think they did a good job with most of their other changes that they made in the game. And I'm not saying that I was able to jump shot and slide shot on people very well when I first started playing last weekend, but after I played it by Sunday evening, I was actually pretty good at doing that and using those mechanics to keep myself alive. It really seemed like I was rewarded for my play because I learned the system of how the game moved and everything, and because of that I was able to play better. And I feel like when they slowed the movement down as much as they have now, I'm not able to use the skill I made to make good plays and things like that. I feel like when you reduce the movement like that, it does make the game more beginner friendly, noob friendly, which is a good thing in some regards, because we do want new players to play and you want people to keep playing. I know I don't have a lot of fun when I start a new game and I just get stomped into the ground repeatedly from the gate, so I understand them trying to make a balance between the players that put a lot of time into these games year after year and the players that are just casual. You know, they picked up the game on a whim when they were out and decided they'd give it a shot. I mean, it's good to have players like that. I mean, it supports the community and everything and helps it grow, and a lot of times people like that will end up enjoying the game enough to keep playing it, and they will become the good players at some point. Not all of them, but some of them do. And the way they affected these changes very quickly after the first weekend, before the second weekend started, I mean, we're still in the beta and they're really rocking out on connecting with the community and trying to do things to make the game better. So if they're willing to do that during the beta, I believe that when the game actually comes out, that they're going to do a great job at supporting their title. I do want to see them up the movement speed a little bit, like with the slide and the jump mechanics to be brought back up a little bit, but maybe not to the level they were before. I mean, it was a little bit insane to begin with. As I said before, I really enjoyed it like that, but that doesn't mean that that would make an enjoyable game for everyone to play. So, I mean, we need a happy medium, because to me now the game feels a little bit too slow, because people don't seem like they're moving around the map as much, because the mechanics that they would use to get into those big gunfights and things like that just aren't really there. I feel like the jump shotting isn't even a viable option anymore, because I used that to save myself many times when I was playing last weekend, but this weekend, the first time I tried that, it felt like I jumped 6 inches in the air and it just didn't help at all. I mean, dude looking at me jump like 6 inches in the air is like, what the hell you doing, man? Sit down. You get slapped in the face like that. You get smacked. So I'm really hoping that they'll bring it back, they'll dial it up a little bit. You know, maybe not crank it up to 11 like they did last time, but you know, a little bit more of a balance than what we currently have now. But Treyarch always does a good job of collecting data and listening to community feedback, and they're doing a fantastic job, more than I would have expected for the beta right now. So I got a lot of faith that they're going to iron out these issues before the game drops in October. After this weekend of the beta, the only thing we have left to look forward to before the final game dropping is the Blackout beta, which I'm very excited about. The trailer makes it look pretty cool, and maybe it'll finally get me into Battle Royale. And maybe the addition of Blackout to Call of Duty Black Ops 4 will actually make me get into the Battle Royale genre finally, because I've tried Fortnite and I'm just not a huge fan of it. It's fun, but I just can't bring myself to really get into it. I mean, I did play some H1Z1 and that was a lot of fun, but it's still, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right when I'm playing it. So maybe the introduction of some of the COD mechanics into a Battle Royale format might actually bring me into it and get me interested in it. I really hope it does, because I think from the trailer it looks really cool, so I'm pretty excited about it. All in all, I think Treyarch's doing a good job this time, trying to get everything balanced and listening to the feedback before the game drops. Makes me feel really good about what's going to come when the game finally does drop. All in all, I really do think that the movement system needs to be something that you can see the skill gap between veteran players and the noobs, because if you put a lot of time into a game, you want people to be able to see the skill and the time that you put into it. And I know I've rambled a little bit in this video, but I'm still trying to get my legs under me a little bit doing these gameplay commentaries because it's really weird to just sit down in a room by yourself and start talking into a microphone. And thank you to anybody who clicked on the video and watched it and actually stuck it out to the end. It means a lot to me. I get really excited when I see a view on one of my videos. I'll see you guys in the next one. This is Ganther Facts, signing off.